Part 3. It all seemed too simple, too neat, except for one detail. Evelyn returned to the Grayson house late that night, the scene replaying in her mind. She stood in the study, imagining Miriam standing in front of her husband, furious, holding the letter opener. Then it hit her. Samuel had been stabbed in the back. Miriam, standing in front of him, couldn't have done it. Evelyn slowly turned, her eyes landing on the large window behind the desk. She stepped closer and noticed faint scuff marks on the windowsill. Someone had entered through the window. Someone had watched Samuel and Miriam argue, waiting for the right moment to strike. The following day, Evelyn found Miriam. She was staying at a small inn on the outskirts of town, her face pale and tear-streaked. Miriam confessed to the argument but swore she had left before things turned violent. Evelyn believed her. Miriam was too broken, too afraid to have committed such a cold, calculated murder. The final piece of the puzzle fell into place when Evelyn learned of Samuel's long-standing feud with his brother, Victor. Victor had always been jealous of Samuel's success, convinced he was the rightful heir to their father's fortune. Desperate and resentful, Victor had followed Samuel that night, planning to confront him. When he witnessed the argument between Samuel and Miriam, he saw his opportunity. He had slipped in through the window, killed Samuel swiftly, and disappeared into the night, framing Miriam for the crime. Victor was arrested days later, trying to flee the country. The case was closed, but the town of Ravensport would never forget the chilling murder that had torn through the Grayson family. Evelyn stood once more in Samuel's study. The weight of the case lifted, but the lingering sadness heavy in the air. In the end, it wasn't just greed or hatred that had killed Samuel. It was years of buried resentments, secrets, and lies finally coming to the surface. As Evelyn left the house, she glanced back one last time, her breath fogging in the cold night air. Ravensport had its peace back, but Evelyn knew that the silence in the Grayson house would never truly fade.